Hello everyone, and welcome to Weathersfield Proctor Library Storytime. I'm Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian for the library, and this is our library bear. You may notice that he is wearing glasses today. He wanted to try those on, and he's wearing them because we are going to read some stories about seeing. We're going to begin with the story, Little Hippo Gets Glasses. This story is by Maryann Macdonald, and the illustrations are by Anna King. Little Hippo Gets Glasses. "Mama," yelled Howard, "Little Hippo is sitting too close to the television again." "Tattletale," whispered Little Hippo. Mama walked into the room. "Harold, dear," she said, "I think it's time you had your eyes checked." "My eyes are fine," said Little Hippo. "We'll see," said Mama. The next day, they went to visit the eye doctor. "Harold is nearsighted," said the doctor. "He needs glasses for watching television and seeing the blackboard at school." "At school? No one else at school wore glasses. Everyone would make fun of him. And that new pretty hippo, Sophie, she would never, ever talk to him. Not if he wore glasses." What do you think, Bear? Do you think if you wear glasses, people will still talk to you? I think maybe they will. Mama took Little Hippo to buy glasses. He tried on a pair of red frames. "My," said the salesman, "don't you look handsome?" Little Hippo didn't think so. He thought he looked silly. "They're perfect," said Mama. "Don't you think so, dear?" To make Mama happy, Little Hippo said yes, but his mind was made up. He was not going to wear glasses to school, no matter what anyone said. The man placed special glass in the frames. "Now try these on," he said, "and tell me if you can see better." Little Hippo put the glasses on. Again, everything looked clearer. He was surprised, but he wasn't going to show it. "They're okay," Little Hippo said. So the man put the glasses into a neat red case. Mama paid for them, and they went home. In the morning, Mama made sure Little Hippo's glasses were packed in his school bag, but Little Hippo didn't take them out. He didn't need them to read his book. He didn't need them to do his alphabet or arithmetic. He didn't need them to play tag at recess. But after recess, it was time for spelling. Miss Rhinoceros wrote the new words on the board. This is what they looked like to Little Hippo. Little Hippo looked at Sophie's paper to see if he could copy from her, but Sophie didn't have anything written on her paper either. "What's the first word?" she whispered to him. At last, Sophie had spoken to him. Little Hippo had to answer her, so he reached down into his school bag. He took out his glasses, and he put them on. "Elephant," he said. Elephant. Sophie gave him a funny look. Then she reached down into her school bag and took out a pair of glasses. She put them on and smiled at Little Hippo. "Thanks," she said, and she started to copy the spelling words. Little Hippo copied them too. Everything was a lot clearer now, and Little Hippo didn't feel silly at all. Well, that was Little Hippo Gets Glasses by Maryann Macdonald, illustrated by Anna King. We have another book about seeing, but it doesn't have anything to do with glasses. It's called Blackout, and this book is by John Rocco. Blackout. The garbage truck is making noises. Roar! Tss. It started out as a normal summer night. The city was loud and hot. See, all people are doing. She's talking on the phone. She says, and then he said, inside, everyone was busy. Uh-oh. She's talking to her sister and she says, "Get out!" Much too busy. Oh, it looks like somebody wants to play a game, maybe. And then the lights went out. All of them. Mom! Looks like Mom's coming with a flashlight. Nothing worked at all. Well, that's true. When the electricity goes out, we can't use anything that uses electricity, can we? The city was dark and quiet and still. We huddled around flashlights and candles. Looks like they're making shadows on the wall, and the cat was scared by one that looks like a dog. That's pretty funny. Until it was too hot and sticky to sit inside. Can we go? So we went up and up and up to the rooftop and found the lights. Once you turn off all the electric lights, you can see the stars. And people. It was a block party in the sky. We waved to everyone, then heard other sounds below. So we went down and down and down to the street. Come on. A party was going on there, too. Some people are singing. Some people are in the water. The ice cream lady's giving away free ice cream. And no one was busy at all. When the lights came back on, everything went back to normal. But not everyone likes normal. I gotta go. Good idea, buddy. Oh, it looks like they're still going to play a game. The end. That book was Blackout by John Rocco. And we have one more book about seeing. This is called Looking Out for Sara, and this is by Glenna Lang. Looking Out for Sara. So Glenna Lang wrote and illustrated this book. In the early morning light, Perry felt Sara stirring above him. He raised his sleepy eyelids, looked out from his pillow, and waited eagerly for her feet to touch the floor. A wag filled Perry's tail and traveled up his back. His paws landed in her lap. He licked Sara's chin as she spoke to him in sweet tones. After breakfast, Sara brushed the itches out of Perry's short, thick coat. He squirmed happily when she groomed that place on his back that he could never reach. Perry loved their walks. He held still while Sara buckled his harness around him. When his harness was on, he was working and had to listen carefully for directions. Where would he lead Sara today? Left, Perry, said Sara. As they strode down the sidewalk, Perry pulled to the side to sniff a tasty crumb. He knew he shouldn't eat on the job, but he hoped Sara wouldn't mind just once. Up, up, Perry, Sara corrected him. Perry snapped back to his work. At the corner, Perry stopped and waited for Sara's instructions. Forward, Perry. He checked to make sure no traffic was coming. Although Sara knew when he was eyeing a bagel, she needed help not bumping into things and avoiding cars. Have you guessed why Perry is helping Sara? You think about it. When they got to their favorite grocery store, Perry paused to see if Sara wanted to go inside. Okay, Perry. They walked through the automatic doors into the narrow aisles. Perry was hot. He lay down on the cool linoleum floor and enjoyed the smell from the bakery trays. He was the only dog in most stores. Sometimes he saw other dogs tied outside, waiting for their people, but he and Sara were always together. Have you guessed why yet? At the post office, Perry waited for Sara to find the bottom step with her foot. Then he climbed slowly so that Sara could step up when she felt his harness rise. Good boy, Perry. She thanked him. His tail wagged gently whenever Sara praised him. After their errands, they returned to their front gate. Perry looked hopefully for Sara's okay, Inside their house, Perry lapped cool water from his bowl. He curled up on the braided rug for a rest before going back to work. Refreshed from his nap, Perry carefully wove their way through the crowd at the train station and allowed extra room for Sara's guitar. He saw a crumb, but kept on going. Finding a path through the moving people required all his concentration. Perry liked the rocking motion of the train. He tried to get some of himself under the seat so that people wouldn't step on him. When the train stopped, he had to maneuver Sara around duffel bags and across the gap between the train and the platform. The train, the guitar, the purple sweater. Perry suspected they were going to one of the schools they often visited. He followed Sara's directions all the way there and into a large sunny room. He wagged when he saw the children's faces at the same height as his. Their hands smelled like peanut butter and jelly or tuna fish. Perry lay back quietly while Sara sang and strummed. Soon she had everyone singing and swaying and smiling. She even sang a song about Perry. He pricked up his ears when he heard his name. Afterwards, Perry guided Sara to a classroom. The children asked Sara many questions. She told them that Perry was 7 years old. He was trained at a guide dog school. Yes, she and Perry once walked from Boston to New York to show the world what a guide dog can do for a blind person. It was a great adventure. Oh, there's the answer. Did you guess that Sara was blind? Sara passed around photos of their walk and said it was okay to pat Perry now. But when Perry or another guide dog was working, they shouldn't pat or distract him. Being patted was Perry's favorite part of school. He snuggled against several laps and enjoyed the gentle hands stroking his fur. He slipped into a dreamy sleep. Perry dreamt about the time he and Sara walked all day, every day for a month along country paths and small town sidewalks. He had to keep a constant lookout for tree roots, potholes, and the ditches alongside the dirt roads. He made sure to look up high so that Sara would not hit her head on branches. Each night they slept at someone's house or at a motel. Perry savored the smell of mole holes, plush carpet, and greasy diners. His muscles grew strong and his pads grew tough. Crowds of people came to cheer them on. Television cameras whirled softly. Photographers snapped their fingers at Perry to make him look up. Reporters interviewed them, although Perry was not much of a publicity hound. They walked on and on. Together, they met and walked with many people, even mayors of cities. The mayors made speeches and complimented Perry. When they reached New York City, he and Sara each received a large, shiny tag. His chest swelled with pride. Perry woke up with a smile. After their school visit, Perry and Sara joined a friend at a restaurant with wooden booths and soft carpet. Perry's eyes widened when he saw all all the crumbs under the table. He quietly took care of them while glancing up at Sara. Luckily, she did not notice. The waiter brought him a large bowl of water. Perry always looked forward to his daily play session. He found the shortcut, a hole in the fence around the park, and carefully led Sara in. The smell of the tennis ball made his tail swing wildly. Sara removed his harness. Perry never grew tired of bringing the ball back to Sara. Each throw was as exciting as the last. He bounded over small bushes and flowers and sped through the grass with his thundering paws. He loved the feel of the wind flattening his ears, but when Sara called, "Perry, come," his tail drooped, his head sagged, and his run turned into a reluctant walk as he returned for his harness. He panted all the way home. After his dinner, Perry lay down near Sara at the piano bench. The breeze wafted in. Her piano notes filled the air. Her singing tingled his ears. The sounds rang around and mellow. Sometimes the light of the moon or the sound of fire engines could move Perry the same way. An uncontrollable howl rose in his throat. He jumped up and sang one last joyous song with Sara before heading up to bed. When Sara pulled up her covers, Perry slithered onto his pillow. The cedar chips inside it smelled like the playground at school today. Sara's shoes still had a faint aroma of train station, dinner rolls, and grass. He settled his nose on his paws and heaved a contented sigh. It had been a long day looking out for Sara. The end. That book was Looking Out for Sara by Glenna Lang. Well, I hope you enjoyed all of these stories. We'll be back. Library Bear misses all of you, but we'll see you again. Bye.